I used to hate fake people, and I used to hate myself because I was a lot more fake a few years ago than I am now. And I had all this hate because I didn't know where fakeness comes from. But I think I figured out that all fakeness is ultimately a lack of confidence. Or that's just what I believe. I just said that as if it's the ultimate truth, but that's what I believe because yesterday I was catching up with a friend and we were talking about behaviors in our romantic partners or future romantic partners that irritate us the most. And then he said he doesn't like when girls are clumsy. Let's say they keep dropping stuff or they keep bumping into stuff and they hurt themselves. Maybe if you get exposed to that for a long time and you see that over and over again, it might get irritating at one point. But I told him it's whatever, maybe girls are more clumsy. And I told him what irritates me the most is when girls are fake about their intentions or not honest. Let's say they pose for themselves. Maybe, part of it is for yourself, but is 100% of it for yourself? Is there not at least 1% that craves validation and attention? Because girls claim that they don't want their boyfriends to be liking pictures of other girls because then they think the girl will have pity for their boyfriend liking their pictures, or they'll look down on them, or they'll feel more powerful for having the attention and validation of other girl's boyfriend, or something along these lines is what they say when they're told to list out reasons why they don't want their boyfriends to be liking other girls' pictures. But girls also claim that they post for themselves, but they're also seeing who likes their stories and their posts, and seeing how many guys are liking their stories and posts, and then see which of them has a girlfriend. So they're doing all these mini analysis, but they're claiming that they post for themselves. They don't care who sees their stories and posts. They don't care who likes it. It's all for themselves, right? Which is obviously not true. And I think this is a confidence problem because there's nothing wrong with craving for validation and attention from your opposite gender. Animals all do all this fancy stuff to attract mates, through sounds and beautiful harmonies and beautiful hair and mating calls or whatever. We all do stupid and funny stuff to get attention and validation of other gender. There's nothing wrong with that, but we're told that it's not right. It's beastly. It's uncivilized. It's weird to crave attention and validation of the other gender. There's nothing wrong with that. Just be honest about it. It's same for guys. They'll claim that they hit the gym all for themselves. Female validation is not a part of it. But the moment a female compliments their body, they can't contain their smile. Their smile from year to year. But I bet you really did it only for yourself. Someone said, would you run a marathon if you couldn't post it on your Instagram story? Or even more strictly, would you run a marathon if you couldn't tell anybody about it? If you had to keep that experience all to yourself? If you're training for something, or if you really value your athletic progression, then but I would think that many who do for leisure do it for to post on their stories or tell other people about their experience. But there's nothing wrong with that, but they claim they don't do it because they think there's something wrong with craving for attention and validation when there's nothing wrong with it. I remember a friend I had back in college. So he had a celebrity crush on this K-pop idol. And there was one fan cam of hers that went viral, like 10 plus million views. And she was wearing a tight flower dress that emphasized her breasts. And she didn't look like cheap or dirty because she also has a great personality. She's elegant. She's a great stage performer. She has charisma. So she pulled off that look without looking dirty or cheap. But it was still there. It was still, it emphasized her breasts. Everyone could see it. And we were watching the fan cam together and we were pointing that out. And this guy that had a crush on that K-pop idol specifically said, "Oh, I don't like her like that. It's only her face and personality. Like, oh, I think boobs are disgusting. Like, I don't like that. I don't like her like that. I don't like her for that." And and we were like watching him like, "Oh, okay, bro. I'm sure that's the case." We had doubts about whether his statements are true. And we told him, but he then also claimed that he wants kids one day. And we're like, "Oh, but wouldn't you need to have sex with your wife at one point?" And he's like, "Yeah, but I would like blind myself. I wouldn't look at her boobs. Like, I'll do it just to get the deed done, and I wouldn't look like that. I don't like my future wife like that." And of course, I looked at him with skepticism. Ultimately, I think we're late teens at that point, maybe when boys are the most horniest, And I think a few years later, after COVID, he got a girlfriend, I think for the first time, I'm not sure. And then he went over to our house, our off-campus house, where I was residing with another friend. And his girlfriend was there, and they said hi to each other for the first time. And he was about to make a comment on my friend's girlfriend. Maybe you can say, "Oh, she's pretty, she's attractive." Or even you can say she's fit. Yeah, you can be broad and say that even. But the first thing he said about his girlfriend was that she has a nice body. This guy that claimed that he doesn't care about bodies of women that are not attractive to them for that reason, was the first comment he made was, "She has a nice body." It's crazy how getting a girlfriend can increase your sexual confidence and make them more straightforward and honest. That fakeness came from a lack of confidence, from never having attracted a woman before. And I did some bullshit like this as well. When I was low on confidence, when I also thought it was creepy for desiring women and approaching women. I remember I had a crush on this girl from church. And before I went up to talk to her, I would first talk to other guys and girls around her to make it seem like a natural thing to approach her, I would first chat up these guys and girls next to her before approaching her, so it doesn't seem like weird or creepy. I'm just like a friendly guy to everyone, I'm not creepy. Like, please don't doubt my intentions. I'm gonna chat up these guys when I chat up these guys and girls that I don't care about and be fake, so I don't feel weird for approaching her out of the blue. This is why I think fakeness is a confidence problem. Now I know, if I like a girl, I'll approach her. I'll ask her on a date. I don't need to like talk to other people around her to make him seem like a natural approach. Does not make it seem like a cold approach. Because there's nothing wrong with a healthy man in his 20s desiring a woman. Ultimately, I think we need the confidence or the courage to be disliked. Because if you're liked by everyone, you're really liked by nobody. If you're someone who's friends with everyone is friends with nobody, right? So you don't even like everyone, so why do you want to be liked by everyone? Do you like everyone? No. But you want to be liked by everyone? We're all different people with different personalities. How is everyone gonna like you? But you're so scared to be disliked by somebody because you think that's abnormal, but it's normal. We hide our desire for opposite gender because we think it's abnormal, but it's not. You know, you can be honest about your attention. Yeah, I do it for validation. Yeah, I do it for attention. Even I post these videos for myself. Yeah, I treat it like a diary sometimes because I'm too lazy to write and I want to see how my thoughts progress through my ears. But I also like when I get validation, when people tell me I watch my videos and they agree with what I say. Yeah, I feel validated. It feels great. It gives me the reassurance that I'm moving towards the right path in life and I'm thinking the right thoughts. It feels great to get attention. It feels great to get validation. I go to the clubs and bars, and I mean, if you know me, you might know I love dancing. Yeah, I go to the clubs to dance, but I also, part of it is wondering if there's a slight chance that I'll come across a woman that's my type, and maybe she'll find me attractive too. You know, at least some bit is for that. And even when I dance, I crave validation, right? You know, I'm looking around to see if other guys and girls are jacking with me. And if they don't, I'll still dance. You know, I love dancing. I dance when I'm with my friends. I dance in my own room, but I'll dance more confidently if I see other people are jacking with me. You know, when they hype me up, it feels good. So, yeah, I do it for validation and I do it for attention, although I do it for myself as well. But these girls that, you know, go out when it's in mid-January, when it's 17 degrees outside, and they wear tight skirts that right up to their buttholes, and they're gonna claim it's all for themselves and they don't desire any validation or attention, you know. Like, come on. Like at least make the lie more plausible, you know. I was out with my friend in New York the other day. It was my first time going to the city in 3 months, and I was just people watching, and I was also seeing like, oh, maybe like how many attractive women there are. And we realized that there really aren't that many people out there, or specifically women, during the daytime when it was 5-6 p.m. when the sun was still out. Oh, New York is not that crowded today. And we went inside. We watched the NBA game, the OKC versus Spurs, Game 7 in the bar. And we went back out. It was 9 or 10 p.m. and we see a surge of ladies coming out. Like, there's so many women out now in their revealing outfits. You know, when the sun is up, no one is outside. But when the sun comes down, all these women come outside in their revealing outfits. You know, No wonder America has vitamin D deficiency and mental health problems. I digress, but is that lifestyle all for yourself? If you're alone, stranded in an island, would you be in your cave when the sun is out and then come out of the cave when the sun is set and it's dark and you can't see shit? Would you live that lifestyle if it was only for yourself? Is that lifestyle you're living not for validation and attention? It's fine, you know, like we're young people in their 20s, we want to feel alive, we want to feel sexually confident, we want to be desired by the other gender, we want to show ourselves off. It's natural. Just be honest about it and there will be nothing wrong. I mean, some people might not like it. Some people are closed-minded, some people are more conservative and they might not like that, but that's fine. You have to have that courage to be disliked by some people, to be liked by other people who like honesty. People, you know, I can at least respect people that are honest about things, even if I don't agree with their intentions. Yeah, if a girl says, yeah, I dress like this for attention and validation, okay. I think there are healthier ways of getting that, but at least I'll respect you for being honest about things where other people will be fake about it. Guys just say, yeah, I live for female validation. I hit the gym for female validation. Yeah, I think there are other ways to get women, but I think there are healthier ways to live life, but yeah, I at least respect you for being honest. You know. So ultimately, I think fakeness or the lack of authenticity is a confidence problem. The fear of being disliked, the desire to be liked by everyone. Yeah, I think that's ultimately where it comes from. So next time you come across a fake person, you know, don't let that bother you too much. Just say he or she is suffering from a lack of confidence. Yeah, maybe help him or her find ways to increase their confidence so they can be more real and they can be a better person and they can have more genuine and authentic discussions with you. Have a good day.